Okay. All right. So whenever you're ready to go, you use Fedora.
Okay. No problem.
There's a lot of space right there.
All right, I have to put the 5 and 5 in our main shell here.
A lot of space right there. Oh, we're broadcasting. Live. We're live, and I can hear it on my iPad, so I should turn the sound off. It is off.
I wonder if we have any of our loyal listeners there yet.
Nobody's in the chat room. Nobody loves us. Nobody loves us.
They don't know we're there yet. I think, oh.
What?
I had a bunch of movie trailers to play. I guess I could do it from, play it from my computer, and I guess the microphone will pick it up, hopefully. What do you think?
Sure.
Or I could go to Scott's computer.
You should just go to Scott's computer and drive from there, and then
I should try that.
Yeah, I didn't see the story about the kid's funeral.
Okay, we can.
I am not comfortable reading that.
I mean, I'm happy to read it, or we can just highlight a paragraph from it, and
I don't like.
The whole thing there.
It was I don't know. I just don't. I don't know if it's. I don't know if
just
it's
cut it?
appropriate. Yeah, like I don't think it's inappropriate. I just don't. For the tenor of our show, and it's really.
It is heavy.
Really special. It's heavy, and it's sad and.
Well, the only reason I put it there was just because the sci-fi community came together for this kid and his, and when people pass on, we kind of make mention of that.
I know,
but if you think it's too heavy, we can cut it.
I feel it's very cool, and I think if we shared it on the page, that would be awesome about how amazing something like that is. I'm just not comfortable talking. I mean, to be honest, we just laid my dad to rest on Friday.
I'm so sorry.
Well, his niche wasn't ready, and then they misspelled his name on his plaque, and then we weren't ready. And then it snowed forever, so we were finally just able to move him into his permanent condo.
No problem. We'll cut it. It's okay.
It's a sweet story. It really is.
And it's okay. It's really cool. We'll just cut it. It's no problem.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Let me go to Scott's computer. This will be fun because I haven't used Mac computers, but
it's very simple. You're gonna love it. Go switch over and we'll continue chatting.
All right.
Here we go.
I'm going to.
All right, the chat does not like my iPad. Wowzers.
What was it?
It's just not letting me. It's not letting me type. I can see it, but it's being a butt. You're being a butt. Just enjoy my tea while you're being a butt. This little piece of chocolate that fell off my cookie. I hate when that happens.
All right. I wonder if I just click on the link, if that'll just bring up the video. I have one trailer for Defiance, and I have a few movie trailers.
Okay.
Just got to this point. This computer's so far away.
Damn it.
Where's my cursor at? He has two screens. He has one screen separate from the.
Dag nabbit. Movie trailers.
Mhm.
There's a crap ton of them. I have to queue all these suckers up.
Yeah, I like the only thing. Okay, the cursor is on the screen for the chat room. Now I need the cursor back on the computer for the show notes.
I just keep them on multiple tabs.
Yes. Do you know how to go to?
How to go to?
I have the cursor that I'm using the mouse to around. It's on the chat room, but I need to go back to the laptop itself. You know what I mean?
Oh. Oh, I'm
So I
not sure
can't
how
move
he
it.
has it set up.
It was a second ago, but now I can't.
Sorry, I'm playing with my monitor so I can get a good, as little of me in the shot as possible. Hi, Jen. I know she's there. Yay. She keeps getting kicked out of the chat room. That's not good. I don't like that. There she is. There's Colin. Hi, Colin. And his beard.
I need my cursor on this computer.
This is not a good Sharpie. I need another Sharpie for my Post-it notes. Yoink. Is it too bright? It is too bright. Ooh, fancy. Are the Post-it notes visible other people than Miles? Because Miles is working on stuff. Can you see all my goofy notes?
Well, at least that's there.
There we go.
Okay. Well, now I can't even see us. Can you still see? Oh.
What? So when you say you can't see us, where can't you see us?
Well, I'm on look at the screen. Maybe I'll hit the refresh button and see if that does it.
Okay. I think I have my mic up too high.
I still need a cursor on the other screen because I have to be able to move stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
This is I don't need to see the chat room.
Apparently they can't see me at all. They can't see anybody at all. All right. Let's troubleshoot this stuff.
Let's see, I'm going to hit the play button again. Refresh the screen.
That's because we're professionals.
No. Definitely not.
Oops.
But I need my cursor. I need to be able to run things in this computer.
Mm-hmm.
but I can't get the cursor to go back to the screen. It's just running this other screen.
Okay. We can see Miles. Okay, cool. That's a good thing.
That's interesting. I can't see.
But they can't.
I can't see anything on the screen. I can't see it. Oh, okay. Now I have the cursor back. All right.
Okay. He might have it set up that it kind of will glide from one screen to another, which I'll tell you the truth, I don't really know how that works. It's some sort of magic, some sort of computer hocus pocus. I don't understand. And that's all I've got to say about that.
I'll make sure I have these videos open.
Okay.
You and I take a stab at this.
You can do it. They can only see you, which is fine.
Oh, hi guys.
Can you hear us? I'm still kind of in awe that all of this happens. I am misplaced. My favorite doodle. I did a doodle of us that was kind of adorable. It was totes adorbs.
Listeners, if you can hear me, I would just covet your patience right now. Maybe don't.
They're patient. They love us.
When we get to the movie news, I'll just click on the links because it seems it can only handle one. Oh, I see myself. That's bad. When we get to the movie news, I'll just click on that link. Scott will probably have to edit out the commercial. There's always a commercial these days. Now, where is...
Aw, my picture's not setting up. Ah, crap.
See...
He needs to train you how to do this stuff.
I would agree. I would agree. Yeah, maybe...
Or we just need to find a really rock'em sock'em sponsor that will set up a studio for us and an engineer, and we just sit and chit chat and live like rock stars.
An audio engineer for a podcast, that would be awesome.
Sweet.
What is this?
I have a bottle of water. Have we done a show without Scott before?
No, we've never. No, because we always need somebody to be the audio engineer.
Somebody's got to be the engineer.
But when I'm trying to, my tabs just disappeared.
I think I can say this name correctly. Tell me, what's cooking? Should we go ahead? We're recording. All this fun stuff is recording, which is great.
Yeah, Scott's going to definitely have to do a lot of editing. You know what? I think I'm going to go back to my own computer.
Okay.
I'll just play the movie trailers on mine, and
That's
Scott
totally
might have.
fine.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to do some more editing. So
We'll
I'm going
MacGyver
to
it.
MacGyver it, and we'll do what we can here. All right.
Exactamo. By the way, Colin, I logged into Guild Wars so that I could make sure I got the update, and it took away 2 of my dailies. It undid my daily. So the dailies we finished last night, double check and see if your daily's stuck. Because that stinks.
You'll have to forgive me.
Oh, I was talking to Colin. Oh, no, I was talking to Colin about how the update on the game did something wonky to it, and I'm not happy about that.
Okay.
Bling, I can see Miles. I can hear you both. The video feed never switches to you like it normally does when you speak. It's usually triggered by audio. Huh. Hold on. Maybe it's something I did here. Turn the camera off. Turn the camera on. Turn the mic on. Bandwidth usage. All the bandwidth. Built-in insight. Poor quality statistics.
Okay, so I'm looking at. I don't know if this he gave credit to John Moreau and Michael Cleveland, I think, last time, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. They sponsored again this time though, didn't they?
You might be right. I'll just give him credit with it.
Okay.
Credit for it. That sounds good. So, all right.
Well, oh crap. Hold on a sec. Might not be your end. Might be the host feed. Probably has something to do with video switching. Okay.
I'm not sure if the interview we're doing this evening was the one that Scott thought about putting in relation with the show. I'm just going to. I'll say that it is, and then Scott can. We can correct that later if we need to.
We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
It's my favorite thing. My glasses are all funky. So it doesn't switch to video feed when I talk, which is sad because I have all new Post-it notes.
Oh man, I gotta finally get the video feed on my computer.
Here we go. I just turned my camera off.
Okay, so we cut that one story.
Yeah.
I think. Let me just see if we need to look over anything here. Do you want to take? Let's see. We have a Warehouse 13 art story.
I'd like to do that one. That'd be fun.
Why don't you do that one? I just took some of the paragraphs out of that story, what I thought was most relevant.
Cool.
Shore leave. I guess I'll take the shore leave one, and then the movies.
Cool.
We'll just play them and watch them as. I've seen them already, but you know what I'll do? I'll play on my computer, Scott. My camera off. Oh, now I hear you. I don't hear you in my headphones. I hear you on the monitor.
Yeah.
Okay, now I hear you on the headphones.
Okie dokie smoky.
Okay.
We gonna play all these trailers? Ooh. Stop. I'm queuing up the trailers. Sorry we're a little belated, kids. Scott had to run in TCB, take care of a little business. So we're kind of
took some of the paragraphs out of this.
Laying it by ear. You know what I can hear? I can hear a delayed show.
I know, I gotta figure out something.
Okay.
How do we get... I've seen them already. But what I'll do,
Something is playing, so it's got to be. Can you just? No,
if I just mute the volume on that monitor, I'll try to mute the volume on that on the monitor and see if they'll get rid of it. But it's playing, like you said, it's playing our delayed conversation.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay, I gotta take my headphones off.
Sure. Oh, iPad.
Queuing up the trailers. Sorry we're a little belated, kids. Scott had to run in TCB, take care of a little business. So we're kind of playing it by ear. You know what I can hear? I can hear a delayed show.
I know, we gotta figure out something.
Okay.
You know, what's funny is I'm listening to us through the headphones and the computer, and it's just dead silence for everybody who's going to hear. Sorry. I guess I could just keep chatting. And Colin, yes, I know we are going to have to have words with ArenaNet, but we still got the benefit of the dailies. We still got our daily goodies, so that's good. Other than that, we have some wonderful trailers we're going to discuss. And then, Edge of Tomorrow trailer. What's that? Star Trek, Stargate, and then there's stuff here. Top 5 best shows. So, how y'all doing? Yeah, it's not an echo per se. What we're picking up is there's one of the computers over where Miles and Scott is playing the delayed play that you guys get.
I'm listening to us.
And now I can hear myself again. It's bizarre. So we're trying to figure out what speakers and what monitor that extra feed is coming from. So yeah, that's what's going on. So that's awesome on your side, I'm sure. So totes awesome. It's BANANAS, you know what I'm saying? I just thumbs up, but apparently the camera's not working, so yeah. It's one of those days where it's uber technical difficulties.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You know, I'm just gonna unplug the power from this monitor, and that we shouldn't hear ourselves.
So, how y'all doing? Yeah, it's not an echo per se. What we're picking up is there's one of the computers over where Miles and Scott is playing the delayed play that you guys get.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh, I hear you on my computer.
now I can hear myself.
Yeah, it's just looping. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang up.
So
I'm going to start again.
I'm going to
that extra feed
exit
is
out
coming from.
our live feed.
So yeah, that's what's going on. So that's awesome.
Because
on your, I'm sure.
Because it's got to be coming from one of the laptops, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just thumbs up, but apparently the camera's not working, so yeah. One of the
Okay, that takes care of that. We shouldn't hear any more or delays.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Excellent.
I don't hear anything else, so that's good.
Also excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Huzzah!
Well,
Well done, everyone. Uh-oh. There you go. You're in your own window.
what I did was I turned off the feed, my live chat feed, so that's not playing on the speaker
Ah.
of my computer. But won't
Copy
pick it
that. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Let's wing it, because, that's awesome.
up. All right, let's like you said, let's wing it. Do you want to introduce, or should I?
Wait, that was a great start. We should just start right there. I can start. Do you want me to start? I'll start.
Why don't you go ahead and start, and then like you said, let's wing it.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Sci-Fi Diner Podcast. I'm Scott P. McLaughlin.
I'm M. Herzog, or something like that. Folks, we're without Scott, but that's okay. He just has to take care of something. We're Scottless, and Em and I are just going to have some fun and wing it and talk trash about Scott while he's not here to defend himself. But Em, so what's going on in your sci-fi world? Em, you still there? We lost Em. Em, you still there? We lost you, Em. Try calling back.
Hello?
Oh, you're back.
Okay.
Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. I love it. I love it. I don't even think we should start over. We should just let the poop hit the fan like it's doing right now.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
Me too.
It's all good. It's all fine. How are you, Miles?
I'm doing fine, Em, but it's a little hard doing this show without Scott. So, hey, folks, welcome to the Sci-Fi Diner Podcast. We're delighted you took time to listen to us on
Yay.
wherever you are, your commute or at home or wherever you are listening. We're glad you took time to geek out about sci-fi with us.
Yay! And then thank you to all the lovely peoples who are in the chat room who have witnessed Scottgate, where everything has just gone wrong.
Yes, we don't. Short Scott, he had something he had to take care of. Scott is not only one of the producers of this podcast, but he's also our engineer. So he just basically turned the record button on and just let us go.
I know, which might be a big mistake because, you never know what could happen. You know what could happen? We can actually stop, jibber-jabbering and start the show.
But, so Em, what's going on in your sci-fi world?
I just finished reading Snow Crash. Amazing. I saw Captain America twice, which was really just thrilled. And then the follow-up episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., excellent. Absolutely excellent. I love the tie-in. And right now I'm kind of on the hunt for a book. It's been a couple of them that have been recommended to moi, but I haven't decided what I'm going to read next. What's going on in your sci-fi world there, Mousy?
Well, I did see Captain America. My wife and I saw it. We loved it. And I loved it so much I was going to see if the tie-in novel was available. But there is a tie-in novel, but it's more for teenagers, young adults. And so, unfortunately, I'm probably not going to avail myself of that. But so Captain America was awesome. And like you said, the tie-in with Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I thought they did a fantastic job with that. Enjoying the 100, and that show is just great.
That show's getting
Arrow,
creepy.
it is dark. It's very, but It's very deep, though. I like it.
Hmm.
Warehouse 13 came back yesterday, which I'm really excited about.
Yay!
Did you catch last night's episode yet?
I haven't yet. I have to see if they've put it on the Hulu or if Sci-Fi's being, jerky and only showing it on their website, and you have to sign in and with like your Verizon account to see it.
Okay. Well, hopefully that you'll be able to see it soon, because I saw it and happy it's back, but it's only going to be back for another 5 more episodes after that.
I know. I'm looking forward to the Latino episode.
Because you and I got a sneak preview from our close personal friend Eddie McClintock.
Eddie, he's a good hugger. He's a very good hugger. But awesome.
He showed his pictures on his phone. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
I know. They were all dressed up in their Latino garb, which was ridiculously cliche and perfect. So it's kind of like they're on a telenovela. And if you don't know what that is, Google it and enjoy. And from my people to yours, you're welcome.
Awesome. Well, I think we have a good menu for you tonight. For our interview, we're going to be airing our interview. We haven't done it yet, but we will be doing it in a couple hours. But we're interviewing the authors of The Ministry of Peculiar Intelligence. It is a audiobook, and they now have published novels. It's sort of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen meets Van Helsing, sort of meets Warehouse 13 sort of thing.
Nice.
But I looked at their website earlier today, and it looks really cool. I'm going to have to check it out for myself. We have a new trivia question this week. In TV news, Warehouse 13's chief talks the show and why we got to do it right. We have also a Defiant Season 2 trailer, which I'm excited about. We have a little more shore leave news. They announced another guest recently, so if you're in the East Coast area, you got to come to Shore Leave. Shore Leave is a fantastic con. It's fan run, and one thing I like about it, one of the many things I like about it, is that they always get awesome guests, and you have an opportunity to get some FaceTime with them. You get a chance to talk to them if their autograph line is too long. Our movie news, we have a bunch of trailers to show. There's a new Godzilla trailer out. There's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer, and I've written off the Turtles, but I saw the trailer thinking maybe I shouldn't write them off just yet. Spider-Man 2 trailer is out, and we have this movie Edge of Tomorrow with it's a new Tom Cruise movie, so we'll check that out.
Ugh, Tom Cruise. I'm sorry. I don't. He's had his franchises. He's had his attempts into the genre of sci-fi fantasy, and it's been miserable. It's been absolutely miserable. He's not believable in anything. And now this movie is about a video game, which is supposed to be incredibly cool. I still haven't played it, but I don't believe him. My suspension of disbelief is more of a suspension of belief at all. I didn't say that right. I don't care. He shouldn't be in these movies.
Did you see Minority Report?
I didn't like him in that.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't like him in that. Well, it sounds like we got a lot of fun stuff tonight.
We do have a lot of fun stuff. There's also a new twist this week in Star Trek. Star Trek is announcing creation of a new video game will be coming out in the near future called Star Trek Timelines.
Sweet.
Anything to do with time travel, alternate realities, I'm definitely for. So let's dig in.
Awesome. I think we should start with saying a couple thank yous, because this episode comes to you courtesy of our fine friends John Moreau, Michael Cleland, and now Remy, let me know if I say this wrong. Remy, La Victoire. No, La Victoire. No. Remy L., thank you for sponsoring and supporting the show via Patreon. And you can find out more about our Patreon site at patreon.com/sci-fi. Spelled the way it should be, not like a certain channel.
Right. And please check out John Moreau's work. He has done some really great audiobooks. Check out his Serving Worlds site. He's done some really good stuff. It's available for free, and he did publish one of those novels out there. So we're grateful for John Moreau for help sponsoring our podcast.
I think I'll read a John Moreau book since I'm kind of craving some sci-fi. That'll be on my list.
Awesome. Well, listeners, we have a new trivia question for you this week, and I think for some of you it might be difficult. For some of you who watch sci-fi for a long time, maybe not so much, but we're going to test your geek cred. So the new trivia for this week, it's a movie quote. Name the movie and the actor or character who said this. You want to see him sprayed all over the map, baby? And the answer is, well, you got to tell us.
You kind of had me worried there because it's sitting right there on our screen. I was like, don't do it. We can cut it in post.
Yeah, I like to tease when I give that answer,
mean.
or not give the answer.
You're mean. Well done.
Thank you. We don't have a prize picked out just yet, but we'll announce that. We'll announce it on the Facebook page what prize we're going to give away. We'll get Scott in, and we still have some really good loot to give away. But whatever we give away, it'll be worth your time. So we're going to go into our first bit of TV news, and Em will take that over.
So we're all super excited because Warehouse 13 is back. And there's a great little article out that the chief behind Warehouse 13 talks about the show's end and how they were very lucky to get it done right. So you know, as all of us know, SciFi has decided to be a chucklehead and give Warehouse 13 only their 5th and final season. And there's one thing that the executive producer and showrunner Jack Kenney promises, that with the final 6th episodes, the series ends just the way it's supposed to. And while the writers and producers didn't have time to do all the stuff they wanted to do, he doesn't think that the fans will be disappointed. And I'm thrilled. I know the first episode was last night, and I have to make sure I find it and watch it. He also said that obviously they'd love to go on for like 2 or 3 more years. I'm pretty sure they could have. There's a bottomless pit for the stories out of Warehouse 13. They could go on forever, is what he said in an interview with Blaster. And he said, quote, "But all good things, unlike many, many shows, most that I've worked on, we actually got to end it and we got to do it right. And although it comes to an end, this is a little different. The series finale is basically a clip show of clips you've never seen. There's a musical, there's a Fantastic Voyage, there's a ninja housewife fight, awesome. There's a 1940s officer club, and we learned something new about each of the characters. We learned something intense about them, something that broadens them and expands them, that'll make us love them even more as we lose them." He felt that it was a good way to end it, which is nice. You know, they didn't want to do, oh my God, the world's ending again. They just wanted to do something special and just kind of like a hug. I think it's more like a video hug for us. And his quote, "So when you can do that, when you can write to the characters' loves, when you can write to their weaknesses and their flaws as well, but to their loves, then it's almost impossible for the audience not to fall in love with them too." It's important to him that he sends off the cast and has a satisfying goodbye. So that's very cool. I'm excited. I'm sad, but I'm excited.
I think we're going to get 5 really good, well, 6. I mean, you still haven't seen the last one, so I think the last 6 episodes are going to be phenomenal. I think what made Warehouse 13 great will definitely be present in these 5 episodes, and I'm sad to see it go, but it seems like 5 years seems to be a good run for any sci-fi show, unless you're on the CW.
I know. We'll see more of Eddie McClintock because I follow him on the Instagram, and there's pictures of him with Nathan Fillion. So Castle fans will get a little taste of huggable Eddie. That needs to be a thing.
Huggable Eddie.
Huggable Eddie.
I didn't get to hug him, but I had a very pleasant conversation with the guy, and
I hugged him enough for both of us. It's all right.
Okay. Well, I still feel love, but no. I mean, I was just to say, if he's at a con and he's a guest at a con, make it a point to see him, say hi. You will get your money's worth. Either by going to his session. He is funny as anything,
He's priceless.
but also he's very personable at the autograph table. Very deep guy. I had to ask him some questions about, why do you think the show. I asked him some questions about the show and about why he thought it might be going off the air, and he's a lot deeper guy. I mean, you don't have his character of playing Pete, but I was just very impressed with just talking with him one-on-one at the shore leave.
He's a pistol.
Well, he's fantastic. He treats his fans like gold. Hopefully, I think he's going to be fine. I think he's a talent. I mean, to be that funny, you have to be very talented. I think he's very talented. So I think his career is going to be fine. I think someone will pick him up. And if he's on Castle, he'll get more exposure, and people will get to see the good Eddie goodness that is there.
Well, with the loss of one show, we have another show coming that I love. I'm so glad season 2 is coming.
Oh, you and me both. So we're gonna play a trailer, and this will see what season 2 of Defiance is going to look like.
Defiance.
This was St. Louis. Today, it's Defiance. Tomorrow, it could be something else. But it will always be our home.
My job is keeping Defiance peaceful. Do it the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. Your choice.
Sometimes just not giving up is enough.
I think it's time we take back our town.
The most we can hope for is that what we want is for the evil we do.
Where's my daughter? Where is she?
There's something inside me. Something dangerous.
Defiance. New season from Thursday, June 19th at 8. What's Barbie doll doing here?
Envisioning ways I can kick your caveman ass.
Only on SciFi. Imagine greater.
Well, that got me excited for Defiance.
This is good. This is good. There was a lot hanging from last season, and I actually need to get my hands on a copy of season 1 to get reacquainted. But very cool, very, very cool.
Like you said, they let loose ends. Basically, everything went to crap in the season 1 finale. So I'll get reacquainted. I don't remember all the aliens' names and all that. It's been, gosh, a year since I've seen it last.
It's been about a year, and there's a whole lot of new characters, and I can see that I can't remember, the Alliance that's the wrong term for them. I'm thinking of Firefly.
I think it's the Earth Republic or something.
Yes, the Republic is there, and has apparently laid down their presence, so that should be pretty freaking interesting.
Mm-hmm. But so June 19th, I think they said, and
nice.
Maybe that one. Well, we got a little bit of news about Shore Leave. Shore Leave is going to be happening August the 1st through the 3rd. So if you're in that area, it's definitely worth your time to come to that con. But if you're fans of the show Torchwood, then you'll be happy to know that Eve Miles will be a guest there, as well as with Richard Dean Anderson, Robert Picardo, Silas Weir, and Michael Welch. So please consider coming to Shore Leave this year. We'll be there, and if you are coming, please let us know. Maybe we can get a drink, get a bite to eat or something, just hang out. But it's going to be a good time. Shore Leave is always a fantastic.
You forgot to mention Richard Picardo.
I did.
Robert. Damn it.
Robert, forgive me.
I know, and I just screwed up his name, which makes it even worse. Robert Picardo. Robert Picardo will be there as well. So Shore Leave, which if you go to shore-leave.com, you'll see the lineup right there with everybody who's going to be there. It looks pretty exciting, and it's in Maryland, just north of Baltimore.
Hmm. So if you're in the East Coast, Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland,
Delaware.
it's a very affordable con, and place has an affordable restaurant to eat if you want to eat there. I don't know how much the rooms cost, but if you're looking to do a con but not have to spend a whole lot of money, this might be something that you might want to consider. And it's still early yet, so they might still get some more guests.
So it looks like the Hunt Valley Inn, where it's being held in Hunt Valley, Maryland, has rooms for $131 a night. There's a couple hotels across the street too. So if they're filled up, there's definitely a place to go. And it's a nice little layout. It's not super huge. It's filled with great fans, people who are just kind of mellow about it. They're not in your face. Really fun. Really, really fun.
Yes, and if you've seen Trekkies 2, Shoreleaf made it, about one of the cons that the documentary Trekkies 2 talked about. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
We do have some movie trailers, and the first one we have is for Godzilla. Now, I think maybe we'll write off Godzilla, but I saw the trailer for this online, but I also saw it in Captain America, and I thought, I don't know if I'll see this in theaters, but I'll definitely see it sometime.
Are we?
I want to talk to somebody in charge. You are not fooling anybody when you say that what happened was a natural disaster. You're lying. It was not an earthquake. It wasn't a typhoon. Because what's really happening is that you're hiding something out there. It's gonna send us back to the Stone Age. In 1954, we awakened something.
There's nuclear tests. No tests.
They were trying to kill it. You have no idea what's coming. Can you kill it? The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in control. And not the other way around.
Your friend Bryan Cranston's in this movie.
I cannot wait for this film. I was very, very reluctant. Very, very reluctant. Until I saw the trailer, and it's not going to be kitschy. There's no Matthew Broderick. It's not going to be cheesy. It's not going to be two dudes in a rubber suit in 1967. It's going to be pretty massive. So I'm, well impressed. And I'll buy a ticket, and I'll buy a full price ticket. That's a big deal for me.
I might have to go see this in the theaters. It looks like this is best enjoyed on a huge screen, maybe even on an IMAX. You gotta appreciate a big giant dinosaur.
Ooh, IMAX. I didn't think about that.
But yeah, this looks very impressive. You have Godzilla just destroying everything. So
I like just the hints of what he looks like too, so that's kind of nice. Well, that's one big lizard. Should we
Yeah.
should we go to some teeny tiny reptiles that are a little creepy looking?
We are, and when I saw this, first, I mean, they've done Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to death, but when I saw the trailer before, maybe they haven't. Yeah, and I'd be curious to see what you think after we play this.
I'm putting the link in chat so that here is the link to the next one. They're having a little bit of they're not hearing it 100%, so I'm just posting the links to the trailers into the chat as well.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah, hopefully that should work as well. All right, hit the play button, baby.
Okay, we are playing.
This better not suck.
Part of the great city is being destroyed. People want justice restored to this world. People want Rose, Lasagna. The heroes are not born. They're created. That's what your father and I were trying to do. Create heroes. Whoa, chill. It's just a mask. See? Don't freak out. Right?
Oh, it's so gonna suck. It just,
I may not see this in the movie theaters. Actually, I can guarantee you I won't.
I may need someone to pay me and liquor me up before I see this.
Well, it looks like they're spending a lot of money on it. Look, I mean, the production values look good. Megan Fox is in it. I'm not sure.
Well, right there, I'm not buying a ticket. Someone else is gonna have to pay for it.
So.
This is a Michael Bay joint, is that right? Did he touch this?
Yes, it is.
Ugh.
But,
and the actor William Fichtner, who I like very much, he's an excellent actor. He always plays a douchebag bad guy. So it's kind of predictable to see him in this role again. And I have no respect for Megan Fox. So I'm very. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's okay. I wanted your opinion, and well, I definitely got your opinion. So why don't we move on? Maybe this next.
I need something to cleanse my palate. Something more leggy.
Let's look at Spider-Man. Instead of reptiles, let's look at insects.
Arachnids. Insects have 6 legs.
Okay.
Last time you did it, you turned everything blue and red.
I was washing the American flag, my flag.
No one washes the flag. No
Not
one
anymore.
washes the flag.
All right, laundry sheriff. You know what it is I love about being Spider-Man? Watch out! You okay? Spider-Man. Yeah, I know. Costume gives it away, huh, Max?
How you doing there?
Your badge.
Nobody knows that, baby. I mean, nobody.
Hey, lick that.
Get my eyes and ears out here.
Stay out there.
That must be pretty cool to have the whole world see you like this. Amazing Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man keeps people hungry.
I shop like it.
What's your name again? Oh, I do. I know it. I know it. Don't tell me. It's Max. Is it Max?
Yes.
No, I'm trying to help you. Let me help you.
Very helpful. You're going to want to see us. Oscar, you under surveillance. Why? Isn't that the question of the day? We have plans for you, Peter Parker. What is all this? Sure. We can change the world. Let's go catch the spider.
What happened to your face? It's filthy.
I was cleaning the chimney.
We have no chimney. What?
Did that make you feel a little better?
So I'm looking forward to Spidey. I like the new. I like Andrew Garfield. I think he's a neat Spidey. He's a Spidey in the. He makes me think of the comic book Spidey, not the television or the cartoon Spidey.
Mm-hmm.
I have kind of hit my limit with the 3-minute long trailers and I was just saying in chat that trailer just gave us the origin story for Electro. I want to see it on the. Ooh, I dropped my goat. I want to see it on the big screen. I don't need to be spoon-fed all these different flavors of what's going to happen, but I am excited for it. I will go see it in the big theater. It looks good. I'm worried that there's too many characters, though.
I thought that too. I mean, we see. I don't know who the giant robot is, but the. Are we going to see the Green Goblin? We saw that flyer he has. We saw.
It's. Hold on, I'm going to go to IMDb to the internet. So we get to see Flash Thompson. Oh, this is spoilers, BT Dub. The Rhino, who I don't know who that is, probably some dude with a big nose. We'll get Electro, and we will get Green Goblin. We'll get, I guess, original Green Goblin, which is the last trilogy of Spidey's. It seemed that Osborn's dad was the original Green Goblin, but it looks like Harry is the original Green Goblin now. And Dane DeHaan is an interesting choice for an actor for this role.
What else is he?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm looking him up. So he's been in Lawless. He's been in Chronicle. He was in Lincoln. I saw Kill Your Darlings. That is a weird movie, but it looks kind of interesting. Speaking of interesting, something just crawled into Scott's chair. Do you need a fly swatter or anything?
Dude, I'm okay.
I don't know if fly swatter that big. Scott has joined us back for the podcast.
Huzzah!
What am I missing? Are we still in the main show?
We're still in the main show.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm just here drinking coffee.
You're gonna have a lot of editing to do.
A lot of editing to do.
So we watched our last we watched our third trailer, which was the Spider-Man 2 trailer.
Did you just snort, Em?
I did. I'm reading something that was just put on the Twitter. I'm fine. Don't mind me.
So,
all right.
But we're gonna watch our last trailer. This is
The Edge of Tomorrow, also known as another piece of crap with Tom Cruise in it. Opinionated? Yes.
Pretty awesome, actually.
It looks good. I can't take Cruise in sci-fi anymore. But you missed that rant. I wouldn't say you missed it.
All right, so you playing it now?
Playing it now.
What I am about to tell you sounds crazy. But you have to listen to me. Your very lives depend on it. You see, this isn't the first time. We've had this conversation. What day is it?
Judgment Day. You just came in with a fresh recruits.
Invasion will fail, along with every soldier you are sending. We lose everything.
Come find me when you wake up.
You know what's happening to me.
What happened to you happened to me. You hijacked that power. And Jill,
It's what exactly?
winning the war. We can do this. Just come here every day and I'll train you.
What I do is as far as you go.
Why did it matter what happens to me?
I'm not a soldier.
Of course you're not. You're a weapon.
It looks interesting. I guess it seems to imply when he's died a few times and he comes back to a point just before he enters this war, wherever it is. Looks like it takes place sometime in the future. It didn't say when, but so this is. Em, you're saying this was a video game?
From what I understand, this comes off of a video game, but I'm doing some Googling right now to make sure that I'm not talking out, I'm not speaking out of school.
Mm-hmm.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm not familiar with the video game. Certainly not saying that it's not, but I'm not familiar with it.
Video game.
Well, I'm not sure I'll see this in theaters, but I could see this as a possible rental or when it becomes available on Netflix.
I do want to see it. I cannot stand Tom Cruise. He has 6 faces that he makes, and he makes them over and over again. And he's always seeming to have a bad day. He's really got to knock it out of the park for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Well,
we do have a new twist, a new week, new this week in Star Trek, and this is something I might check out. So, Star Trek Timelines is a strategy game announced for mobile and web by Disruptor Beam, a Boston-based game developer. They have announced that the development of Star Trek Timelines, a multiplayer strategy RPG set in the Prime universe. They'll cover every year of the franchise's history, from Enterprise era through TNG era. Temporal anomalies, mirror universes, and time travel have been recurring themes throughout the Star Trek series and several of the films. This will form the basis of Star Trek Timelines and gives us the opportunity to explore a lot of what-if scenarios. What if Spock and Jean-Luc Picard got to serve on the same ship. What would it like to have members of the Mirror Universe's Terran Empire on your crew? This game will allow you to join forces with your favorite characters from across the many eras and universes from Star Trek lore, and then make the decisions that impact the future of civilization, star systems, and the galaxy itself. But I might check this out when this is made available. I haven't played any video games in a long time, but this something I might see. The game is still early in its development. When released, it'll be available on iOS, Android platforms, as well as web browsers. Trek Movie will bring you more information on this cool looking project as it gets it. So our friends from Trek Movie made this article available.
Sweet.
Yeah. So what do you kind of? It's first person, kind of a massive
First-person
multiplayer
shooter.
online. Yeah. So I guess it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play it.
You get
I'll
to
check
fly
it out.
around.
I would assume you get to fly around, but I think the idea is you can take your heroes from different times of Star Trek, and you get them together, even from the Mirror Universe. You can do that with too. So lots of different possibilities there.
Well, as officially as a member of the diner here at the staff of the diner, I will sacrifice my time and play this game and see what it's all about and report back.
What a deep, deep sacrifice you are making.
I know. Ugh, I hate games.
Yeah.
That's it, Em. Take one for the team.
That's right. Well, is that that's it for the twist?
That's it for this week's twist. Yes.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we'll move into our Sci-Fi 5 and 5 tonight.
We shall.
Why don't you, Em, you want to lead us through these top 5 best shows to catch on Netflix?
Excellent. I would love to. So tonight on the Sci-Fi 5 at 5, the top 5 best shows to catch on Netflix since I didn't get to see them the first time, which is, as I look through all of these, very true, except for the last one I'm not a big fan of. So is this, whose list is this? Is this Scott? Is this Miles? Is this a listener?
This is a listener, and we didn't copy it over, did you?
I copied the list, but I may have forgotten to copy the names. So,
Yikes.
listener, I do apologize. We will give you credit in a future show.
No, I'll give you credit right now. Just give us a moment.
So it looks like a pretty good list for this person who shall be named.
I'm a little bit appalled that you said that the last one was worth anything.
I'm not a big fan. I tried watching it, and maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's too cerebral for me. Maybe I ain't smarts enough. I don't know. It didn't click for me. But the first show, funny enough, is something I have started watching with some friends, and the first one on the list is
Michael Effinger. So Michael Effinger gave us this list.
Thanks, Mike. Well, the first one on the list is Babylon 5, which I just started watching, and even though it feels like a space soap opera, it's getting pretty good. So I'm with you on that.
I need to watch that sometime too.
Caprica, was that? Are we in the next one? Caprica,
Yeah.
Caprica. Caprica, you know what? Caprica was good. There were some things I liked about it. It reminded me very much of Firefly a little bit because you have this mobster type city, but it's set in the future. So kind of, and then you have this virtual reality kind of playing in. So mixture of different genres. And you had some Sasha Royce was in that, Cigarette Smoking Man, and there's just a bunch of different people that the main actors. It took a while to gel, and then it got canceled, and it was good, and it's probably good to catch on Netflix, but it was hard to watch live if I remember correctly.
It was also, I think it felt like too much of a departure from BSG, which was supposed to be a prequel to Battlestar Galactica, and
it was the origin story. It was like an origin story for them.
You know, and the best part about the origin story was the very last episode. Remember, they packed everything like in about 15 minutes, and you saw the creation of the Cylons. And
we got to see Cylons in action, which, I mean, the series finale was awesome. You get to see the Cylons, doing battle with these terrorists, and it was But no, it's still worth a watch if yeah, go ahead and watch it.
They had a story to tell, but Ronald D. Moore took too long to tell it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is how I like to put it out there. The
Very
next
good.
one is a good science fiction futuristic show that I am also catching on the Netflix. Aren't
Yep.
you and your son are watching it, aren't you, Scott?
Well, you know what? We started this. So this is Star Wars Clone Wars, and we watched like the first 6 episodes, like all at once. And let me tell you, that's a bad idea. About an hour before you're going to go to bed, because my son would not stop pretending that he was like a Jedi. I don't know. It was like so for an hour and a half. I'm trying to lay with him in bed. Okay, buddy, you need to go sleep, and he's like bouncing around saying, "I'm Yoda." Whatever it is. It's just absolutely insane. So. Great animation, great animation, great storyline, but if you're watching with kids, just beware. Just that.
Make sure it's often more than an hour before bedtime.
Yeah, definitely.
Next one, a show I really liked, and I watched when it was first ran on the USA Network, was the 4400. Basically, 4,400 people had mysteriously disappeared during the 20th century, and all of them appearing at once. But they've all been changed. Everyone has a power. Some have said this was the better version of Heroes. But yeah, this was a so you had people who were like taken from like the early 1900s, the 1950s to either a few months ago from the present or a few years ago. So it was interesting seeing how people from different times in the 20th century were interacting together. And one of my favorites guest starred on there, and she does what she does well. She plays a little crazy. Summer Glau had a recurring character in that show.
Did it suffer from the Summer Glau poisoning?
Poison?
Every
Yeah,
show she goes on gets canceled.
You talking smack about Summer? You broke my heart.
Oh, brother. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a tissue now.
Do you need a minute?
All right.
I'll be fine.
All right. What's our last one? Oh, Fringe, the one that Em really loves.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't get into it. You guys talk about it. You guys liked it.
We love Fringe. Fringe was a really awesome show with many different facets to it. It just held my interest. I liked it.
And he had one of the best characters on Sci-Fi, in my opinion, Walter Bishop.
Oh my word! You can't argue with him. Although I hear he does well on what is that, Sleepy Hollow?
He's good on whatever he's on, but he should have gotten an award for something for his acting on that show.
He's another one who plays crazy very well.
I know. Anna Torv was one of those that grew on me. I remember not really liking her when Fringe started. She was kind of the whole Peter Dawson Creek, into it was kind of, I don't know. It was a good blend. In the end, it was a good blend, and you brought in this mysterious observer, and then Simon, and all these great characters and you had these alternate universes with characters that allowed the actors to kind of stretch their wings a little bit, and it was good.
Right. I mean, the alternate universe story was fun. They had blimps in the alternate universe, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
But they explored different I mean, alternate universes, time travel, genetic engineering with making these crazy animals. I remember that was in season 1. There was this crazy genetically engineered animal that was different parts of different animals. So it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not selling me. You're not
Yeah, I'm not. Oh man. Yeah.
I'll try it. I'll definitely give it a try. I gave Babylon 5 a try, and I'm, slowly getting into it. Slowly. So
I should say
there might be a chance.
I have Babylon 5 now on my queue.
Oh, good.
So I have the entire seasons, all the seasons now available to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make time to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I should put a honorable mention here. Doctor Who is on Netflix, and I've
Yeah.
plowed through a lot of Doctor Who because of Netflix, so I'm grateful for that.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, we should probably wrap up the show here.
Sure.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us. We will be doing a short listener feedback episode here in just a little bit. We didn't do that yet, did we?
No.
All
Nope.
right, so we're going to do that in a little bit. And so those of you in the chat room can stay tuned. But I believe that is about it. Again, thank you for joining us. Until next time,
Until next time, good night and good luck.
we'll see you.
Do your dailies.
All right, just give me a second, chat room. I'm going to stop this feed and then pick us right back up. There. Whoa.
Where's my? Oh, here we go.
All right, we're just gonna kind of wing listener feedback tonight.
Sure. Do we not have a little to-do list?
Do we have any voicemails or emails?
We don't have voicemails, but I do have some listener feedback. So, some Captain America feedback.
Captain America!
We can talk a little bit about what we're watching on television, and we can kind of just go from there, and we can pull up Facebook and talk about Facebook if you want.
Yeah, I'll pull up Facebook too.
Very good. Awesome. All right, so I do have some feedback here, and we'll just I'll roll with the feedback that I have. I'll check my email and make sure I have everything from there. But we're looking at probably maybe a half an hour we'll limit to, and then we'll move into the get ready for the interview with Morris and Pip Valentine. Now, you've heard of T. Morris and Pip before, Em?
No,
No.
I have not heard of them.
All right.
Would you be put off if I was not part of the interviews?
No, that'd be fine. I actually figured that might be the case. Yeah, that's not a big deal.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Get those taxes done.
I know.
All right, let me see here. Okay, there's that. Oh, there we are. Well, that didn't work, did it? All right. All right. And what episode is this of listener feedback?
Episode.
I
We can put it in post.
I'm opening it by two.
think it's 102. Am I right?
Wow, it is 102.
Oh, are you kidding me?
It's, today has been the day of technical difficulties, so whatever's going on there, totally cool.
I'm trying to pull up the T. Morris' site. You learn more. I'm getting some sort of error.
What? Crazy, I tell you.
It's all right. All right, so there's that. There we are. All right, we ready to go?
Sure.
All right, bring it on.
Do we have? Did you create, or we're just gonna wing it?
We're gonna wing it.
All right.
We're winging it tonight.
Woo! We're winging it,
Wing it.
people.
We typically are pretty well prepared in the diner. We have a pretty nice set list we go by, and well, not tonight. Tonight's been interesting.
Are we broadcasting?
got-
Because it doesn't look like we are.
Doesn't? No, we're broadcasting.
Okay, I don't see the little. Oh, I have to push the little button.
Yeah. 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 All right. You ready to go?
Let's make another show.
All right. Welcome to the Sci-Fi Diner podcast. This is Sci-Fi Diner Conversations, episode 102. I'm one of your hosts, Scott Herzog.
Good evening. I'm Miles P. McLaughlin.
Hi, I'm MC Garcia.
And we are here to talk about a ton of stuff tonight that we're watching, a ton of stuff that I'm not watching, and man, we have some great stuff that has happened this past week in the geek community. Can anyone say Captain America?
Captain America rocks.
Saw it twice.
Saw it twice. Yeah. I mean, Captain America has just absolutely taken the geek world by storm. It has been hailed by students and by teachers that I run into, that I teach with, and online. People are saying that this is one of the best Marvel movies in a hell of a long time.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Completely agree. This is by far my favorite Marvel movie right now.
Now, so how have they upped the ante for you in this Marvel movie versus some of the other ones?
Well, they're not playing down to us. They're not going for the lowest common denominator, which is action, 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 kitschy lines, smart-ass look. There's story being told here. The cast is amazing. Robert flippin' Redford. Hello.
He's always awesome.
Amazing. Cappy has definitely matured. He's had to deal with being a part of this new world. Everything's gone. And like he says in the trailer, when Black Widow asked him, what did you do this weekend? And he said, well, considering all the guys in my barbershop quartet are dead, pretty much nothing. I love where they took his character. I love how this was a little darker. It had its moments. I loved Falcon. His introduction to the film was great. I particularly loved, because I have a very hard time, I can't stand it when films are made in Washington, D.C., and they don't really show just how amazing the city is and how beautiful it is. They usually screw it up. Michael Bay. And this was a spectacular showing of the city. They did a great job with telling this wonderful story, and the little Easter eggs that were planted all over it were so special. I was very, very pleased. And by pleased, I mean it was awesome!
Nice. And Miles, how about you? Do you kind of agree with what Em's saying here, her sentiments on this movie?
Oh, I definitely agree. And also the action was there. I mean, but they didn't sacrifice story for just awesome action scenes. I mean, there was definitely a story. You have a character who is a person out of his time, and he's still trying to cope with that. And there's a lovely scene between him and it's a sad scene too. I forget her name, but basically his love interest in the first movie. She's still alive, but she's in a nursing home now. She's got to be pushing 100 at this point. But I mean, so there's a lovely but sad scene there. Just him struggling with his. It's a lot of conflict as far as the way he looks at the world, and the way the people he works with, their way of looking at the world. So you have that. You have things going on with S.H.I.E.L.D. which I think is great. It plays into Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's a huge tie-in with the show also. So. The Falcon character, he was cool. Stan Lee made his,
customary appearance.
But it was funny. It was, yeah. I mean, sometimes they seem forced, but it was great. So I only saw it once, but it's a movie I could easily see a couple more times. I think I need to see it again, because there's so much in there that I probably missed some stuff.
So go ahead, Em.
Oh, there was something I caught at the very end, at the very, very, very end, at the cemetery that I didn't catch the first time. And I turned to my friends and I said, was that? And then when we left the theater, it was confirmed that the little Easter egg that was there was there, and it made me very joyful because that was a nice little nod. I don't know if we're far enough away from the launch of the movie that I can spoiler it or not, but
We can do an alert, a spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, we gave him fair warning. Go ahead, Em.
okay. So on the tombstone for what's his name? Sam's cat. For Fury, there's the line about the path of the righteous man from Ezekiel. I can't remember. I think it was 21, but that's his line.
That was from Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, that was his line from Pulp Fiction. Little sweet moments, his little notebook, the things that he has to do, like Star Wars versus Star Trek, and seeing I Love Lucy and Rocky 1, Rocky 2, question mark?
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Oh. Well, now, how did they tie this all into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? Because one of the things so Captain America came out, and 2 weeks later, bam, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just kind of knocks everyone's socks off. How did this happen, Miles?
Well, how it connects to the show is basically Hydra has
infiltrated.
Well, they've infiltrated. They've taken over S.H.I.E.L.D. basically. They've basically bided their time until it was the right time for them to think that they could take over. And so it not only has the ramifications of the movie, which is huge, but it also spreads to the TV show. May is keeping tabs on Coulson, but she's reporting directly to Fury. And so there's a scene in the show where she's trying to get a hold of Fury, and she finds out he's dead. And they show the scene in the show where you think, if you've waited to see the movie, where you think Fury might meet his demise. But there's Coulson and his team are dealing with the Hydra threat also. So and it's going to still deal with the Hydra threat in the next episode. I haven't seen. I guess there's an episode tomorrow night.
Tonight.
No, it was last week. Last week was the big episode.
Right, but there's an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tonight, isn't there?
I think so. That I don't know. All I know is last week we found out who the clairvoyant was, and it took me a minute, and then I thought, all right, I figured it out like 2 seconds before they said it, but they did a really great job.
Who was the clairvoyant?
I'm not saying.
Well, we can spoil.
Well,
we were.
There is someone who is listening who needs to cover his ears, and let me make sure. Okay, so clairvoyant is that guy who you think it might not be, but it totally is.
All right.
Him?
Him.
It's him?
You spoiled it.
Him. It's him.
Yeah. Colin said, made it to my mute button in time to avoid S.H.I.E.L.D. spoilers.
Oh, yay! Awesome. I'm looking out for you, dude.
Yeah, right. We're trying to warn you. S.H.I.E.L.D. spoilers all the way. So anyways, the tie-in in this one, like, they've loosely, like, when the Thor movie came out, there were some loose tie-ins, right?
There was an episode in London where they were cleaning up after him. And they even said, like, we have to clean up after Thor.
Right. So we have that happening, but this was a little bit more concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, and it was not just, I don't know, they're throwing you a bone here. It definitely made sense. The tie-in with the show, it made a lot of sense.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, cool. So you're rating Captain America how many stars? 6 out of 5?
Oh, definitely 6 out of 5 stars, yeah.
How about for you, Em?
I give it a triumvirate 11 out of 6.
Very good. Very good. I'm glad that we...
Are we doing a rating thing now? Are we rating things?
We are. We is smart in the show. We can count backwards.
I give it 5 superpowers.
All right.
I don't know. We'll come up with something.
We'll come up with something creative. Very good.
But Captain America, the Winter Soldier, was just awesome. I mean, folks, you need to see it.
Yeah. Well, this is what Scott Fisher wrote in. You know, he's the guy on Sci-Fi Diner's Blacklist. All right.
Okay.
So he writes in and he said this about Captain America. He goes, I thought I would pass along I thought I would pass along just a few thoughts about Captain America. Two, I actually loved it. I liked the first Captain America movie, but did not love it. I liked Captain America and the Avengers, but did not love them. However, with this movie, they have absolutely nailed a character that is really hard to pull off without it being nearly over-the-top cheesy. I loved how the thread through the movie was him being a man displaced in time and struggling to live in a very different world than what he previously knew. You could actually feel his loneliness and how detached he was from everything. This was a fantastic movie, not just a fun comic book movie, but a really great movie. I like seeing Peggy Carter and how Steve Rogers turned to her for advice, and then to see her suffering from Alzheimer's. It was heartbreaking because you could really see how much it hurt Steve to see her like that. It was not a very important scene, but it was a scene that made me love the movie and really buy into Captain America and understand why he did what he did and why he saw things the way he did. I really like the Black Widow, and I'm really hoping that Marvel does a Black Widow movie sooner rather than later. Scarlett Johansson's portrayal of Black Widow was absolutely amazing and one of the best female superheroes to be portrayed thus far in movies. I also enjoyed the fact that this movie was really a political thriller hiding as a comic book movie. Some of the plot did bother me a little. Like, I knew who was behind it really early on, and they could have done a better job with that aspect of the movie. However, that's nitpicking a little bit, and it's really a rather small complaint. Captain America 2 might very well be the best movie of the summer. I really love this movie. Marvel has totally sold me in what they're doing. They clearly know something about making a comic book movie that DC and Warner Brothers has not yet figured out. And that brings me to my final point. Warner Brothers they're going to make more Batman, Superman off the weekend that they currently have, since they are choosing it to go against Captain America 3. I will see Captain America and will skip Batman, Superman after how much I like Captain America 2. Batman Superman is currently feeling like it's going to be a hot mess of a movie, and like the people making it really do not understand the characters or how to effectively build Wonder Woman all together without establishing them on their own. It's a huge mistake. Plus, the casting sucks. No, I'm not talking about Batflex. I actually liked that one. I'm talking about Lex Luthor and Wonder Woman casting. Horrible choices. Strange at seeing the fantastic Captain America movie made me think about what DC is doing and how bad it is, and how they clearly do not know what they're doing. I saw Man of Steel, and yes, sucked. It was okay until the end with Zod. Superman killing Zod was a huge turnoff for me. Well, I will close it out here. Captain America was awesome, and I cannot recommend it more highly. And yes, Star Trek still sucks. Scott, still on the blacklist in Iowa.
And you're going to stay on the blacklist.
Dude.
Miles,
Yeah.
we'll have you on the blacklist forever, Scott. Just saying.
Well, not only did he trash Star Trek, but he also trashed Superman and Man of Steel.
Yeah, to be fair, people did have some problems with the ending and the dilemma that he was faced with. But, let's talk about what do you think about what he's saying about Captain America?
Although I think his comments about Captain America are insightful, though. So, Scott, I'm not going to totally throw you under the bus. Yes, it was definitely had a political thriller to it, and I think we both agree. I mean, this is a man displaced from time and his worldview against other people's worldview, a modern day worldview. Just you see him wrestling with that throughout the whole movie, and it was just great to see.
Emma, your thoughts on what Scott's saying?
I see what he's saying, and I see where he's going, and I kind of knew that Robert Redford was going to go the bad way. There was just something too earnest and endearing, and I had a suspicion that it was going to go that way. But he wasn't cliche about it, and I agree. It wasn't cheesy. It was kind of an elegant delivery of a bad guy, because he was just like, well, hell, you know, this is what it is, and you just have to deal with it. It was, I don't think any other actor could have delivered that as beautifully as Robert Redford did. And it is not just because I adore Robert Redford.
He is good though. You know what? You know my
He's
favorite.
good. Oh, Poodle. That's like saying the sun is, you know, the sun.
Right.
He's immense. So to get him, I'm sorry, I just totally got really condescending there. That was kind of douchey. I'm sorry. But to get someone of his caliber, I mean, there's already some great talent in this movie. To get him involved too was beautiful. Beautiful.
You know, I was trying to think the very last movie that Robert Redford I saw that I absolutely loved him in, and I think it was Spy Game. Did you see Spy Game?
I did not.
Did you,
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
That was Brad Pitt and him. That used to be one of my favorites.
I always thought Brad Pitt was like a new version of him.
Oh, that's probably a good comparison. Although I haven't seen Brad Pitt much lately that I've really been impressed with.
Well, you know, they have like 67 children.
I know.
He's kind of busy.
Yeah, you know. What's Angelina doing these days? But true.
Squeezing out quadruplets while adopting half of Uganda.
Oh my, we're gonna hate mail for that.
Well, I love that she does it. I love that they publicize it. I love that it's become an important thing, and it's become something that people are doing and seeing if they want to have a child in their life and they can't, that this is an option to give a child something special and amazing. And I didn't mean to get on my PSA soapbox here, but it's on the cover of every magazine, and that it gets a little grating after a while, but what the core of what they're doing is special and beautiful. So, and she's drop dead gorgeous, and it drives me nuts. Oh, and she's in Maleficent. She's doing Maleficent. The trailer for that. Have you seen the trailer for that? Not to be a non sequitur. We could come back to that later. But that was amazing.
That's the
Actually, it was a tangent.
I saw the premise for that movie. What was that?
It's the story behind Maleficent, that she wasn't just an evil witch to be an evil witch, that there's more to her.
Yes. That looks good. That has potential to look good.
It's badass.
Yeah, it is. So Captain America came out. We were watching that. What else have we been watching that's been impressing us? And I do have some other feedback here.
I've been really liking the 100.
Yeah, I know you said that I'm not watching the 100. Sell me on the 100.
The 100 is it's got a very interesting kind of a dystopian feel. I mean, you have the space station that's fallen apart, that's orbiting the Earth, and you have the powers that be think we should, if we want to extend everybody's lifespan, we're going to need to sacrifice like 200 or 300 people to do it with. So you have that conflict there. Then you have these 100 kids down there. They're supposedly under 18, and they don't have a clue what they're doing. So, but they think they're the only. At first, they think they're the only humans on Earth. They thought all the humans died out when the nuclear apocalypse, which they haven't really said what caused the nuclear apocalypse, but they find that they're not the only humans alive there. So I've been enjoying it. It's so it's it's kind of, I mean, M said it a while ago. It's sort of like a sci-fi version of sort of Lord of the Flies there with these kids on Earth trying to survive. And the one kid, he's probably in his early 20s, but he's on Continuum. He plays the one guy who ends up being the terrorist in the future. I forget his name, but he's in it, and he plays a jerky boy in Continuum. Well, he plays a jerky, just as much, if not worse, a jerky boy in the 100. But he's brilliant at it.
I've seen him before. I was trying to figure out where I'd seen him.
Yeah. So, Em, are you watching the 100?
I am. I started watching it, and I love the idea of the planet is a disaster, so they all ran to space, and then all of a sudden their space station is a disaster. So, we've got these juvenile delinquents. Why don't we send them down as our guinea pigs? And in the message from the president at the time, look, we just put you on this ship. We're sending you down to the planet. We didn't give you provisions. We didn't give you anything. Good luck. And it's been kind of interesting. I'm enjoying it so far. There's more to come, and the whole thing about the groundlings, or there's a name for that they call the humans down there. There's a term for them, and I can't think of it now. But really it's a neat idea. It's different, and it is dark. They string somebody up in the last episode.
Yeah, they had a situation where one of the characters, he ends up getting killed. So that's another thing. You're not sure who's going to end up dying later. You're not sure who is.
And who does the killing?
Yeah, well, they had this dilemma where, I mean, they don't have any kind of the guy who is sort of the self-appointed leader is basically has this anarchist type thing, but you find out he really doesn't have a clue what he's doing, and things just go to pot when I think this kid who is the jerky boy, he gets accused of killing this kid, and you think he is because he's a jerky boy and everybody hates him, so they string him up, but they find out it's not him. But just them struggling. What do we do here? I mean, how do we we do have to become civilized here. We can't just live the way we want to live. We have we do have to have some sort of order here. So it's interesting watching them struggle to try to achieve that. They're trying to create a little society of their own, but their self-appointed leader, who people are following, basically has said in one episode that a little chaos is a good thing. Well, they're finding out it's not.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Give the pilot a watch, and then
I have to. I really do. Any of you catch Warehouse 13 last night?
I caught it. I watched it today.
Did you catch it, Em?
No. I've been too busy to grab it today.
Come on, has your man Eddie on it?
I know.
Eddie's on.
But there's this thing that I have to do called pay the mortgage.
Yeah, pay your taxes. Everything else.
Thanks.
So without spoiling it,
mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit, how did it open up with a bang?
It did open up with a bang. And again, no, it was a very strong opening to the last season. We're only going to get 6 more episodes. Well, now 5 since this last one's aired, but M has 6 more to look forward to.
Yes, so do I.
But they did result. The guy from Buffy, who was the baddie in this.
Spike.
Not Spike.
Not Spike.
Buffy's mentor. Whoever.
Oh, Giles.
Well, he plays the main baddie in this. He's taken over. It's a good time travel story. So we have some time travel in this. Yeah, I if I say more, I'll probably give spoilers away. So I'm going to refrain.
We're gonna zip it.
Yeah.
Well, before we get too far in, let me give some other feedback. This actually came in as a response of the 200th episode, and this came from Dave Morley. And so Dave Morley, you got to picture this. Dave Morley is out jogging, and he's listening to our episode. And so this is what he writes. He goes, he goes, hi, just listened to the 200th podcast while out jogging and almost tripped over my feet when I heard my suggestion on your show and that you've given me a prize. I must explain why that blightly is a slang term for England. Sorry, mainly used in the 1950s WW2 films. I must have slipped out of my sci-fi geekery. Thanks for the prize. My address, well, I'll give it below, but while I'm writing, you mentioned in episode 200 that we get shows at different times over the pond, and sometimes completely different ones. Over here, the BBC have been celebrating the 25th anniversary of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, not the abysmal film of 2005, but the original radio series. If you haven't heard this, I would like to recommend that you give it a listen. Although some of the references may be a bit dated, well, it is from the 70s, and definitely British, I think is a good crossover between sci-fi and comedy, and something you can listen to in the car, on the treadmill, out running. If you can get hold of an MP3, then why not give it a go? There was also recently a live stage production with the original cast broadcast by the BBC, which I'm sure will be on the internet somewhere. Anyway, thanks again for the show. I'm now currently Netflixing Warehouse 13, although no substitute of Fringe is still growing on me as the series progresses. Regards, David M.
Cool.
So, I just like the fact that we're causing our listeners to hurt themselves.
I
That's
don't
not
like
very
that.
nice.
That's
No.
not nice.
That is not nice. We're sorry. We will send you that prize.
David,
Yeah,
those
so please-
those are just the opinions and thoughts of one host of this show, not all of them.
Yeah. The thoughts and opinions of the one host does not reflect the entire SciFi Dive.
Yeah, if you're jogging and our show makes you trip over yourself, maybe listen to our show in a commute or something.
Yeah. We don't want to. We definitely do not want to hurt you.
Mhm.
So that being said, so what else are we watching here?
Still watching and enjoying Arrow.
Oh yes.
Arrow still continues to be fantastic.
Yeah, they actually bring in superheroes and superpowers, right?
Did we see anything on last time? I don't.
We're getting there. We're leading that direction.
Yeah, we haven't seen it. We haven't seen anybody yet, but things continue to get worse for Oliver Queen. Slade has definitely got his mitts into Ollie's life, and we find out. I mean, I think we could spoil away. Basically, Ollie trusted Summer Glau's character too much, and it came to bite him on the butt.
Yep, Summer Glau will
wait.
do that.
Summer Glau's on that?
Yes.
So this is the last season for Arrow?
Oh no,
I think
you
it
can't say that.
it was
No,
renewed.
it was renewed.
Back in February.
If
But
there
so-
was a curse, which there wasn't, the curse is broken.
Well, you know, Miles, you're probably wishing that you were out. I mean, after all, Summer Glau bit him on the butt. I mean, you would. Sorry, family show.
Family show, Scott.
Family. You're the one that mentioned it, Miles. I'm just saying.
Oh my, oh dear.
Figures beach,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, so that's happening. Anyone watching Game of Thrones here?
You know,
Not-
I am watching season 3 of Game of Thrones. It became available on Netflix, and so I'm whipping through the DVDs,
All right.
and I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah. Big revelation in this past week's show. Not for those of us who read the book, but big revelation.
So because some of us are watching the first 2 episodes tomorrow, or no, Thursday.
Right. Well, everyone dies.
Well, we know
know what?
that.
Yeah, it's a George R. R. Martin.
Everyone dies.
Everybody's dead. The end of the book just says, and they all died.
It's,
Yeah.
it's not a question of if; it's a question of when.
Yeah.
Right.
We may have mentioned it before, but my favorite comment by George R. R. Martin that he's going to kill everyone in book 6, and then book 7 will be nothing but wind blowing across their corpses.
Nice. I have a question because there's a couple of random shows like the Tomorrow People, which is where humans at a certain age, once they hit puberty, they start developing one of 3 different paranormal powers. Or there's another one, Star-Crossed, about aliens landing on the planet, and they were landing as a place of refuge, but the humans thought that they were invading, so they treat them like crap. Is anybody watching those? Are either of you guys watching that? They're both, I think, WB or CW or whatever it's called now shows.
I think Jen is, but I'm not watching.
Yeah, I'm not watching either of those shows either. However, I have a bone to pick with the both of you because I need a new TV show like I need a hole in the head. I did watch that show, Resurrection. I'm liking it.
Oh, you're liking it? Wayne and Tro will be happy to hear that you're watching. You can tune into their podcast, Revelation Revealed.
So
So,
that's a pretty good show too.
yeah, well, good.
Mhm.
Glad you're enjoying it. I'm not watching it.
Mhm.
I'm not watching much of anything right now. But
We have to change that.
yeah. Well, we should wrap up the show. We have an interview happening in about 5 minutes, so if you're in the chat room, we're going to continue to keep the chat room rolling because we're going to be interviewing them on Google Hangouts. But Em, I believe you are dropping out. Is that correct?
I am. I've got a couple things I got to finish tonight, and I have an early morning in the morning. And my favorite MMO just dropped a whole bunch of new content that I got to take care of, but I'm not allowed to play until I finish my chores.
Yeah,
Most
very
of
good.
which
Well, that's
have to be in today. Thanks, IRS.
yeah, all right. All right. All right. Hey, Em, it's been great recording with you. Let's go ahead and say goodnight and get out of here.
Okay.
All right. Till next time, good night and good luck.
We will see ya.
Do your dailies. Do them now.
All right. Let me stop the show. Give me a second.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I need to finish this tax return. Cool. I'll be done, but I need to make sure that I've got it all in order because I'm kind of afraid that it's Eastern Standard Time that I have to have it in by, not Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume that's probably going to be the case.
Probably.
All right, we will catch you later. And
Okay. I hope everything worked out
no,
for your errand.
yeah. I really wanted to enter into a diatribe on how bastardly it is for men to beat women, but I'm not going to.
We can save that for another day.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. All right.
I have a good rant that I've stored up for that. I'm just saying.
I'll listen and I'll rant right with you, my friend. All right.
All right.
You kids have fun.
Good night, Em.
Okay.
All
The game.
right. So we're gonna keep the broadcast. Yep. So we're gonna keep. Oh, she's out. And so I'm gonna wait just a little bit. I looked at the questions here. Those of you you're gonna get a little bit. If you're still listening to the chat room, you're gonna get a little bit of inside view. This is actually our first interview that we're broadcasting live here.
That's historic.
So yeah, Pip Valentine, or Valentine.
We'll ask him.
We'll ask him. And I'll let you do the intro there.
Okay.
And thank you for coming with these questions.
Oh, you're welcome.
I did add one. I said, "What is your opinion of the state of steampunk?"
Oh, that's okay. That's a good one.
And thought that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I stuck it right in between after it's being described as steampunk adventures. Yeah, so this I figure we can kind of roll with it a little bit. He's also written one of the early books on how to start a podcast.
Oh, so
he wrote Podcasting for Dummies back in 2008.
We gotta somehow if we can find a way to include that.
Oh yeah. We'll just kind of roll with it here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let's see who else is in the chat room here. Anyway. Oh, Colin is.
I turned the volume down on that monitor because we were hearing.
What?
When Em and I were talking earlier.
There's no audio in this monitor.
Oh, there's a volume. Okay. Well, then maybe we were hearing from my computer. Maybe. Okay. But there's a volume switch on that monitor.
But there's no audio hooked up to it. So, but it's good that you turned it down.
Well, for what it's worth.
Yeah. The interview started in a sec. So how did the beginning of the show go?
It took a little while to get started. I tried to do it from here, but I couldn't.
I noticed all my windows were moved around, so I figured you probably weren't having any luck with that.
Yeah, I didn't.
You could have certainly done it from your end. You don't need
which I ended up doing because it made it easier.
That's fine. Dude, she was shaken up tonight. The girl.
Mm-hmm.
But
did you have to get the?
No, we just dropped the neighbor off. Whatever.
Where'd you drop her off to?
Oh, on the other side of Lancaster.
All right.
On the other side of Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's. Oh boy.
All right, let me invite.
So, the wife, she got beat up by her husband. Is that?
That's my understanding.
Okay.
Oops. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. I thought I grabbed that. Okay, so I posted an invitation. So T and name is Pip. Pip and T. All right, so I have the interview and I have she's from New Zealand.
Yeah, so,
So,
but they live here now.
where's here for them?
If I'm not mistaken, it's either Virginia or West Virginia.
Yeah, I suppose. They have a book trailer. We'll have to play the trailer.
Yeah.
Actually, okay. All right. So they just say they might be a few minutes late.
We have to think of a prize for.
Did you give it trivia?
We give it trivia, but
No prize.
no prize yet. We just said we'll announce a prize, either on the show or on the Facebook page.
Okay. Well, maybe we can always you can always record a segment where you announce a prize if you figure it out. But probably don't need to do one tonight.
Let's see what we haven't given away yet.
Yeah. Yeah, Virginia. His daughter and 3 cats.
We have 3 pictures. We can give Felicia away. We can give Robert Paulson, or
Are you sure we didn't give Felicia away yet?
we didn't know. Yep,
All right.
we did not give Felicia away. There's no post-it note on there.
All right. I can't believe we did that.
I know.
Ez definitely won a lot of awards.
Oh yeah.
If you look at their awards list about the MOPO. About the MOPO.
Yeah, the Mopo.
I'll post another invitation to see.
How'd you come across this interview?
They contacted us.
Okay.
But interesting, we haven't had someone. We did have some steampunk people on before. It's been a while. The Reese people.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it never became anything other than a miniseries. It was Reese. There was another author, audiobook author we had that did steampunk.
Yep, I remember. I don't remember.
Lady.
It was a lady, but I don't remember her name.
Larry Belmere, who did that. He does some steampunk art. Yeah. So this new apparatus that's supposed to make my voice sound warmer. But we'll see how it actually comes through. Because it was picking up you quite a bit earlier.
When you say your voice warmer, was it too cold?
No, it's a tone.
Okay.
And there's a richness that this supposedly gives to it. I'm still messing with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually hoping this recording turns out all right. But if not, I'll be doing a lot of re-recording of my voice.
Yeah, I was trying to look for stuff here, and then somehow the cursor got on that screen.
And it's backwards because you go off the side of the screen and it appears here.
So just like,
So that would throw you.
what the hell am I doing?
No, that's all right. I ask myself the same question all the time. Well, that really blows you up.
No, I don't need to be blown up any more than.
Oh, sure it does. Sure you do.
No, I don't. I need to be shrunk down.
All right. She started the video wasn't switching. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, shut up.
They were both born in New Zealand.
All right, 5 minutes ago. Let's let me see. Let me try the invite again.
Mm-hmm.
She says it's on. Okay. Okay. Let me What are you doing?
I was just watching the trailer for on their site.
What is this? Yeah, I couldn't get the trailer working, so at least you have it working. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound like they're getting the invite. I can do a fresh. We don't need to record. We don't need to do this live. So I can stop this broadcast and try directly hooking up with them.
I do apologize for it. I'm not going to get